Hey, how are you doing? In this video, I was exploring out the ComfyUI Manager and I found out that there is a ComfyUI-LoRA-Manager here. It's version 1.05 and it was updated 2 days ago. So I figured out, let's explore this LoRA Manager and see what exactly it is. And if we go into the GitHub repository here, it says that it's a LoRA Manager. It extends the functionality and there's an example here. You'll be able to see your LoRAs, pictures and stuff like that. Somewhere around here they also mention about recipe like this. There we go, recipe management. Basically you can combine different LoRAs and then save it as a recipe somewhere here. Let me try to find it. Okay, so save recipe metadata without downloading missing data. Edit it. Oh, so here it is. You can save it as a recipe. So you can have multiple LoRAs. You combine it, you get well, it's being called as a recipe here. So you save it as a recipe. Basically, it's the metadata. Let's say you have LoRa 1 at 0.5, LoRa 2 at 0.7. This information will get saved as a recipe and you can import this inside of ComfyUI. So I'm guessing it's going to automatically select LoRa 1 as 0.5 and then LoRa 2 as 0.7 like this. Or at least that's what I'm hoping it will do based on my understanding. So you can go into the manager if you're trying it out. So today is going to be like a first impression and we're going to explore it. Search for this ComfyUI LoRA Manager. Let me put it here. Oh wow, we actually have 3 of these. It's actually the first one. The other 2 are not from the same author. Okay, so I will be installing this LoRA Manager and I went into the GitHub and made sure that there are enough people using it. Don't just install things right away because there was another security compromise here with this package. You can see it from the news here and well, it was blacklisted. I went into this GitHub repository. You can see the link here. They mentioned that they removed the compromise packages and the packages which are there now are safe to use. But this is happening quite often. So don't just click on here. If you see something that is new, there's like no stars or anything like that. I'm going to recommend not to install it. Just wait for people to test out. There are way better people out there to test these custom nodes. So this one has over 1,000 stars, which is why I'm comfortable installing it. After installing, as usual, we'll be doing our reconnecting, the restart. Okay, so it's installed. I can see it here at the top. It says launch LoRa Manager. But before that, I just want to check what happens here. So I can see that we have LoRa Manager and there are a couple of custom nodes that gets added. So let's actually check. Maybe we'll have to use these. Oh, I can see a LoRa loader and even like a checkpoint, we have LoRa Manager. So I'm guessing instead of using the default load checkpoint, we'll have to use this one in order for it to know which like LoRa file to use basically. Anyways, let's go into this launch LoRa Manager and this opens as a new page. So it's not inside of ComfyUI. Yeah, ComfyUI is right here. I'm still able to do things. Let's see if I'm able to generate while that page is there. I think we should because it's a different page. Okay, so it's already pulling some of the LoRAs I have. Actually, maybe it's all of them. These are indeed the folders I have in my LoRa folder. So ComfyUI, we go into models. I see LoRAs here and you can see these are the LoRAs I have. Yes. I'm going to add one more folder. We'll send that to Quen. I believe this is for LTX. So let me do it like this. Okay, these are the LoRAs I have. Well, these are the folders I have in my LoRAs folder. So if I go here, I don't see anywhere to update this. Maybe I have to close the page, go back here. No, this is for refreshing the model. Okay, so this refresh button is what we'll be using in case we make any modification to the hierarchy here. Now I wonder what happens if I go inside one of these folders. Let's say I have version 2, version 2.3. So I have 2 folders here, subfolders. Okay, it doesn't show here. Let me put this one inside of a subfolder. Okay, so it doesn't import all the folders. It's only the folders or subfolders which has a LoRa file in it. So for example, this one. Okay, that's oh, we have breadcrumbs in here, so we can navigate using this as well. That's cool. Oh, I see what's happening here. So it's storing all the metadata next to the file itself. We can see it here, and this is where it's getting the file path. So we see file path and well, this is ComfyUI models, all of that in right here. Okay, so kind of interesting. Like I can see how we'll be able to use this to manage it, but I can still go here and manage it, right? I guess it's just the preview, and if we have like other metadata as well. So this one feels like we can have information. We don't have an image yet. I wonder. Okay, so fetch metadata from Civic AI. Okay, so all of these which do not have like a preview or from Hugging Face page, I'm guessing it will be able to get this one. No, it failed. That's for, well, failed for me. Maybe I need to get like a LoRA from Civic AI. So, well, let's just go for this one. This is a LoRA and it's for Z Image Turbo. Okay, wait, before I download it from here, let me copy this link because we can download directly from here. If I paste that, well, I get version 1. Let's see. That's the only thing. Okay, let's select it. Next. All right, so we can choose the target folder, or we can browse from here. So I'm going to place it in ZIT, download, and well, we need an API key in order for this to work. So it's kind of a setup that we'll need to do, used for authentication when downloading models from Civic AI. Well, so now we'll have to get the API key. I have not done this before. Let me check the get started. No, maybe that's not it. Okay, so we'll have to go into settings here, account settings. And then at bottom here, we have API key. I'm going to add one. Let's just call this LoRA Manager, save, and I've pasted my API key here. As you can see under API keys, I have one. I'll probably delete this after the video, but just in case this shows up, I guess I just close it. There's no save button in here, so well, let's just save it. Let's try it again. So I'll get the same link. Next, version 1, again ZIT, download. Okay, so now it's downloading. It is, well, it downloaded, but it also showing as failed. Okay, so is I don't quite know what internal server means. Is it showing up here? Okay, let me check what is the name that it's using. Is this not well, it downloaded the file, the image, we have the metadata, and I don't quite know what is wrong here. All right, so I'm guessing it's getting all the prompts. This way we can use these as examples. Now we can see here we have the size, seed, shift, step. I guess I downloaded in not safe for work one. Well, anyways, let me restart ComfyUI. Not sure if that's the problem, but well, so far it's not going great. Okay, let me go back into LoRA Manager. Okay, now it's actually working. All right, so it's kind of annoying that I had to restart ComfyUI in order to see this. I don't know why this one is not showing. I'm pretty sure this is also from Civic AI. Like this type of naming is always from Civic AI. It was able to get these trigger words, but not the image. Maybe the post on Civic AI is no longer up or something like that. Also, I am missing a folder from here. Yes, LTX. I'm missing LTX. I'm also missing Quen. No, Quen is here. Which one? Oh, recipes. I guess this is what LoRA Manager would be using. So I'm only missing the LTX now. Okay, so there's a little bit of work to do in this one. At the top, we have recipes here, checkpoints as well. Okay, so we can also get our checkpoints in here. I guess it's the same deal. Let me go into checkpoints folder. So models, my checkpoint, I only have the SAM 3.1, but most of my checkpoints are now inside of diffusion models here. Okay, this is interesting. I see anime Yume at the top. I see it here, but I don't see that metadata file. But in checkpoints, I can see the SAM has a metadata file, and checkpoints are only in checkpoints and diffusion models. Yes, well, we can also have in UNet as well. Oh, okay, so in UNet 1, it's able to generate the these metadata files. Let's see. Yeah, Flux2 Clan 9B. This is exactly this one. Oh, wait a sec. I see LTX 2.3 distilled transformers. No, I think this is from diffusion folder. Well, this is the one here. So it's able to get the file, this file here. But well, I don't see where those metadata is. Maybe do I need to restart once again, or maybe it will appear sometimes later. So left clicking on one of these will open like a card. I have the name. It says sent to ComfyUI at the top, view on Civic, bad milk. I guess that's the author's name. Yeah, creator's profile. The base version 1, file name. Okay, so base model is the image turbo. All right, so this here we have some parameters that we can set. So I'm just going to do 0.75 as the strength, and let's say clip strength is going to be 1.25. And I'm going to try this sent to ComfyUI and see how this works. Trigger word. This I like, because a lot of time when I download LoRAs like this, like here, I don't know what the trigger word is for for these ones. Then I have to look at the name, go back to Hugging Face page or Civic AI, search for that exact same model, and then get the trigger word. So I think this I like. Okay, so yeah, we have not safe for work images here. I like that it says blurred and then R-rated content. You can choose to show or not. So this I like. Hovering over the image. So I'm guessing this is a sample image, like it says example here. So hovering over it, we get the different settings. Clip skip is also up to here. Native prompt, this one too. Yeah, same thing. Wait, we have a lot of these images. So I guess it downloaded all the images from Civic AI, like all the example images. Description when used with new. Okay, maybe I choose a wrong format here. I'm inside of ComfyUI, so it might not even work. Wait, it says track and manage every version of this model in one place. And then we have the button that says ignore updates for this model. So if it's asking to ignore updates, I'm guessing by default, it's going to check for update. That's interesting. A lot of times we don't even think of checking Civic AI or checking Hugging Face page to see if there's a new version. So that's interesting. So I like how we have the image, the name, trigger word here. This I will have to check. We'll check that next. And also the examples and this update thing, that kind of works. Though what I don't like is that it's only for Civic AI and we cannot get from Hugging Face page. So all of these from Hugging Face, they don't have anything. I don't see how to edit. Like I can edit the trigger word manually, but I cannot put like a version myself. Same thing here. Okay, so images we can add. Let me check. So it downloaded all the images. I know that for sure. I don't see it next to the file though. I'm guessing it's somewhere else. Could be under user or maybe under temp or web even. Or is it saving it inside the custom node folder itself? Okay, these are not my images like the one I downloaded. I don't think it would make sense for it to save it here. So I'd like to know where these are. I can try to search for this text and we'll search it. I'll search it here. Now I don't quite recall the PowerShell command, but I think it's get string. No, string in it. Maybe it's a string. So let's just search string. Let me check strings.exe -- help. Is this not how we do help? Okay, let me check. Let's just get ChatGPT in here. So I'm searching for select a string. Okay, so let me copy this and well, I don't need this path. It's select string. The pattern is, let me just get bored of something like that. Why am I not able to? All right, so it's searching right now and this may take some time depending on how many files there are. In the meantime, let's click on this, site to ComfyUI. This one says click to append, shift click to replace. No supported target nodes found in the workflow. Okay, so I guess now we need to add the nodes. So the prompt, okay, the prompt has a trigger word in here. Let's add this one. I wish we could add multiple ones at the same time. Let's get text. All right, I'm just going to go through and add everything. Probably cut this part from the video. All right, so I got everything added here. Now let's try this. Okay, so when I click on it, it's automatically detecting that I have these nodes and I can send it into the LoRA loader. Well, now I need to find it. So I guess here, and yeah, it's already here. Oh, hovering over it, we get a preview. So that's actually nice. But it says 0.75 and 0.75. So that's actually something wrong here because I said clip strength is at 1.25. So we're supposed to do, okay, so it's actually messing up because the format is LoRA and then we have the name and then the strength, but it's adding the strength twice because of this. Let me delete this. Oh, let me actually fix the node, recreate it. Okay, so now it's correct. Now it's correct. We have it only once. Although I don't see the trigger word anymore now. Okay, wait a second. There's a trigger word. Let's add the clip strength again. Send it to, no, maybe I need to delete this and add it. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, well, there are a couple of issues. So if you have clip strength and stuff like that, it's messing up the formatting instead of actually putting it in the correct place. Because if we do LoRA, load LoRA, the normal one, we can see here that we have a strength and a strength for the clip as well as for the model. Second thing is this disappeared, so it did not even show up when I recreated the like this. I have to delete it and then load LoRA. I think it's this one. Yeah, so when I recreate it like this, then we have the search back. So it's there, it's working sort of, but there are a couple of issues with it. So now let me check if we have some example workflows that we can use. All right, so let's go with the LoRA Manager basic. Okay, so we have well, how come I don't even have the node even though I've installed it? No, I guess it's not the the node, it's the model, right? Okay, yeah, let's just select some random model for now. I don't know what this is. Is this like a relay, like a reroute? Okay, this is just a reroute. Let's remove that, we don't need it. Trigger word here, this is the LoRa. Okay, the manager is here and we have multiple of these. Yeah, you see it says LoRa on the name and then we have a number. That's the strength, but only the strength. What about the clip strength? All right, so we don't even use the normal text encoder, clip text encoder. We'll have to use this prompt. So we are using the LoRa loader. Okay, we use our checkpoint and we are using this LoRa Manager checkpoint or the unit. Then we pass it to the LoRa loader. Then it goes here and we have to pass the trigger word like this. So it goes into, well, this one will output the trigger words, how many there are. And then it goes into this trigger word toggle where we can filter trigger words, and then group mode is turned on. Basically it treats each group of trigger words as a single toggleable unit, or I guess individual. And then we have allow strength adjustment. Why do we even have a break here? What is this break? Let's see. So wildcard reference are supported. We can use category shortcut for faster searches. There's auto completion. See? Okay, so we have character, artist, and all of that. So if we do character or artist, okay, so it's not like this. So when we do character like this, it's going to give us a list. In this case, I don't have any. Did I trigger it? Oh, wait a sec. When we do characters or a character like this, so now it's searching all the characters from Dangabru. What is this called? Danburu or something like that. Yeah, Danburu. And then it's giving me the name. So if I do like a species, yeah, yes, we have vampire and stuff like that, right? Yeah, have vampire. So these are species. So we'll have to type in one of these categories first, and then put a / followed by the beginning of that word, and then it filter it out. So something like that. Interesting. Type alone will see more categories and available comment. Okay, yeah, all of this. Use AC or that to enable disable auto completion. All right, so if you need to embed it, it's all there. So yeah, we're going to use the normal clip because we're not going to have all of these options in there. Now this is in case sampler is normal, VA decode is normal, preview is normal. Well, why do we need a save? Okay, so it's like a save image, just enabling the workflow, or save with metadata and stuff like that. And by default, the save node will save the information. I'm guessing this one is just for these specific nodes, the information in these nodes. Okay, let's take a look at a second example, how it works. I'm interested in the randomizer. All right, let's try to understand how the randomizer one works. I'm guessing we can randomize the different settings. Let's just generate and see how it works. So once again, I'm just going to select some random models. I don't have the exact model. Oh, wait a sec, I don't see. Oh, the LoRa Manager is here, but there's no options. It's actually getting all the options from the randomize pool itself. So we go here, it says LoRa pool. I guess a pool is how many things are together, and then from that pool it will select one or maybe two, then just do some kind of randomization in there. So right now it says matching LoRa 0. Okay, why did it get the base here? Okay, so we click on edit here to edit the different parameters. So click here, let's choose all of these. I don't understand how I'm not able to remove this one. Okay, anyways, so we have tags, and we can include the tags, get realistic. Anyway, we can exclude tags, we can include a folder. Okay, exclude the folder, there's naming patterns, and so that's just to filter out the available LoRAs. So if we add tags to include, it will check in this one if there are any tags. So I guess I'm going to remove the tags. Now I have 7 LoRAs that it's able to detect. I guess we can just go into the folder and select. Right now we have only 2, only is specific to the item. Okay, so I don't understand this. Allow selling credit. Okay, so this, I think it's from Civic AI, where you can put different licensing in there. So I don't see why I would be using it. So unless you're in uploading to Civic AI, I guess that's where this will come into play. So this LoRa randomizer, so the pool, once we have the matching LoRAs, all right, so it got 3. Now it's going into the pool, and then it goes into the LoRa randomizer, pool setting, configs. This is LoRa count. Well, I have 3, so let's just do 1 to 3. I guess it's going to randomize how many LoRAs it's going to combine. You can choose 1, 2, or 3. Okay, then we have the model strength. makes sense. Let's do something like this. And then we have the strength scale as well as the clip. All right, so always randomize or generate a fixed one, stuff like that. Then it goes into the LoRa manager. I guess every time we click, it's just going to randomize it. And then the rest is the same. We have trigger word. Yeah, it goes into prompt, negative prompt, key sampler, and stuff like that. Okay, let me try this. I'm just going to generate one. So I will need a load diffusion model. I don't have a checkpoint, so I'll just use a ZIT for it. I guess I'll use the base model just to be fair so that we don't have it. Do we need a load clip or a dual clip loader for ZIT? Okay, I forgot. Let me check here. Yeah, it's the Quen. So it's the load clip and then Lumina is what I'll need. It's kind of a shortcut. This one we need AE, this one. Yeah, it's sort of a shortcut that you don't have to do all of this like manually. But in terms of the LoRa manager, it's just this. How many times would you go here to modify each one of these? Like I guess when you download a new LoRa, you want to add it here and maybe add some example images. For example, like this one, I don't have any images. Yeah, next after this, like after testing this, let's try to update this, see if we can add our own metadata to it, and we'll see how to do it. Okay, so right now, name pattern, I'm just going to, I know that the last one is not safe for work, so I'm going to do the AW portrait one, just do AW. Now I have only one LoRa, so it's just the range that will matter. I wonder if we can see the metadata. Okay, debug. All right, so let's get images here and hopefully we can see the information from here itself. All right, so run, and current node is, it's the prompt, so it's here. Wait, step needs to be 8, CFJ is 1, and then let me check the terminal here. Oh wait, this one is still searching. All right, it found some result, and it's inside model LoRa's ZIT, and then it's the metadata. All of this is saying, and this one I already knew it. So all right, so it says given normalize shape. What's the latent? Now I wonder, do we use a 3 or 2.7, 2.5? I think it's a 2.5. Okay, it's the same thing. Let me check this this here. No, it's actually 3. Okay, so it's this one. Okay, now it's going. Will it show the preview? Okay, so I have some stuff in there. What is this? It is showing the preview. And okay, so here we go. It says LoRa is 0.28. Let me try again. It should be randomized. The strength basically is what wait, how did it get 0.28 when the range is from 0.5 to 1.5? Okay, so this one is 0.6. Just for testing here, I'm going to do one step. Okay, so because this is getting randomized every time it's encoding the prompt, even though it's the same text. So 0.42. Yeah, it's below 0.5. I guess, wait, why does it say strength at 1.11? Yeah, so this is not changing. Now it's at 0.52. Ah, okay. So next time I click on run button, it will select 0.52. Let's see. And this will change. Yeah, it changed. No, let's wait. When this completes, the job completed, then this becomes what is the next value? So 0.37 is going to be the next value if I were to click on run, and 0.52 is what it shows. So LoRa count, I guess if I put this at 5, do I get 5 options? Okay, job completed. No, LoRa count is how many LoRa's it's going to use. So this is a range, but it's going like below it. Okay, so we can use the last one and some stuff. So well, I guess for troubleshooting, not really troubleshooting, but for experimenting, that's one way you can do it. It says here you can reuse, randomize. Yeah, it's for the next render. So the value here is always for the next render. All right, so one last thing I want to do is where's models, LoRa's, and I'm going to copy this paste. I don't understand why these ones do not have a metadata file attached to them. So I will need to load or open this. I'm just going to use VS Code. You can use anything, and I guess we'll just update the file. We don't need save tenses. Like, I wish the file would be there, all of these like already filled, and well, I can just add what is missing instead of having to do all of this. Oh, wait a sec. There's a hash here as well. So this isn't going to work because it needs this. How do I know what's the hash for this one? I don't have an update button here. Like if I add trigger word to it, let's just say testing AZ. No, wait, testing AZ. And then I save. Trigger word updated successfully. So hold on. Okay, so let's delete this. It created one. Oh, just this part though. But there's no like hashtag, like a hash for it. Anyways, let's just find image. I saw it here. So preview URL. Yeah, right now all I have is this civic AI train word list, I can add this one. Let me save. I'm going to use the same image. Doesn't really matter. I just want to see if it will show up. Okay, for some reason I have more in here. Oh, it got the LTX, but well, now it is unknown model. I guess because I don't have the file name or model name. Let me add a model name to it. Okay, I'm just going to do AZ portrait, and if we refresh, no. Okay, so it's possible, but I'll have to fill in all of this information, and I don't know where it's getting a hash, and we can even see it here, like it's getting a model ID. So it's actually difficult for me to update like manually. I guess what we can do, like we can go here, and the information that we can change from here is, yeah, we can change the title, like the name of it, version no, file name we can, location is fixed, we can change the base model, yes, and it's saving. So after saving, it creates, oh, wait a sec, now we have this, and I have a preview URL. Oh, hold on, wait, why is it that now it created for each one? Okay, so maybe it's just me, or maybe it's this, like on your first you have to rebuild the cache, I don't know, but now it's actually getting. So let me get an image. I'm going to just randomly get some from my output folder. Now these, I think this is the one. So if I change this, and well, we'll have to change this to a / a save. Do I need to rebuild or sync changes? Why doesn't this, or do I need to restart? Let me try to rebuild the cache. Oh, wait a sec, okay, yeah, I messed up. All right, so this time I think it's going to work. This refresh doesn't work. I don't even know what it's doing. I have to rebuild the cache every time. Oh my god. Now I click on rebuild cache, and the model itself disappeared. Yeah. All right, so all I did was to add this. Well, I guess there's an error here, so let's rebuild the cache. All right, finally I was able to add a thumbnail to it. I guess well, can update some of the information here, and then go into the file, update it there. It's a little bit of a pain to do this, especially if you have a lot of LoRAs coming from different places. But if they are from Civic AI, then I guess it's a shortcut to update it. You'll get all the information directly, including the parameters, trigger word, and stuff like that. So it's okay. It's good for what it is right now. Just wish it was a little bit more. Like, I'm sure like after more updates it will get better. So it's a good manager for LoRAs. Well, I guess we also have checkpoints now. Maybe this was added recently or was always there, not sure. But similar to LoRAs and checkpoints, they can have other like folders for stuff like clip to manage clip, or maybe embeddings. That's something else that they can add. I think that's about it. I guess text encoders, this one we downloaded a lot of these. VAE as well. Those are the main ones that normally I would go into this folder and check, okay, am I using these ones, or did I just try it and no longer using it? That's what I would be using the manager for. After all, like, how many times would you come here to look at, okay, this is what I need. I mean, if you use this, you will have it in a workflow saved, right? Anyways, that's I don't have a lot of LoRAs, so I cannot speak for everyone. Like, if you have 100 LoRAs, it's going to be difficult to remember what trigger word to use and which LoRA will do what exactly. All right, so thank you for watching. We've explored LoRA Manager today. I may play around with it a little bit more, but for now, I think it's good. It requires too much work to update all of these. Like, imagine you have 50 of these, and every time somebody said that in Australia, Civic AI is blocked. I'm guessing this will not work at all. Like, fetching metadata from Civic AI will not work because it's blocked. In fact, the people from Australia will not be able to go to Civic AI to get their API key. So in that case, well, they will have to do all of this manually. Yeah, if this like connects to Hugging Face page in some way, then it will be really good. All right, so thank you for watching until the very end. Have a nice day. Take care. I will see you next time.